much of the world lives hand to mouth. They lack enough work. They have little clean water. They have limited food. So many need a safe shelter for their families. Handmade, sustainable building methods are spreading in Europe and North America. But green buildings shouldn't be of just a luxury for the world's upper classes. Sustainable buildings can reduce costs and preserve environments in the developing world. Haitians are taking the lead to show the world how to build sustainably and cheaply. Unskilled workers need ways to build without expensive tools. Simple new techniques using natural and recycled materials can give the poor the upper hand in their struggle against poverty. But what can they find to build with?
Some places look really barren, and it seems that there's no materials to use. Our ancestors all lived in houses that they built from local materials. Even here, there's subsoil, gravel. Many places you can find some clay. There will be twigs, and there should be agricultural waste like straw.
People need a guiding hand to help them choose how to use the materials. They need ideas and dreams, and hope for a better life. For 5 years, a determined NGO in northern Haiti has been searching for cheaper ways to build for their community. The Haiti Christian Development Project offers wells, food, and agricultural training, but also try new ways to build in their region with drought and floods and refugees from Port-au-Prince. HCDP started building with earth bags. Common plastic rice bags are filled with damp subsoil, stacked on barbed wire and tamped level, and reinforced with steel rebar, topped with a concrete bond beam, and plastered to protect the bags from the sun. The 38-centimeter walls are cheap to build and stay cool in hot climates.
Hi, I'm Patty Stouter of Build Simple.
Build Simple is a nonprofit that makes safe building simple for those in the developing world. We find out what works for our overseas partners. We help them to plan what to do with both land and buildings. We test the structural strength of cheap building methods, because no manufacturers of materials for natural buildings do this. We create free online training information in as many languages as we can. Engineering students and professors are vital to our work. Their lab tests show us what is safe and what isn't for natural materials. Their reports allow NGOs to try new methods. Other volunteers help to build.
Earthbag can be built beautifully, just like this traditional adobe covered in lime plaster. Passius asked me to help so that they would build their earthbag houses right, but he also had some new ideas.
Working with HCDP has taught us a lot, because it's directed by the Haitians.
Passius wondered if there was another way to build sturdy walls cheaply but more lightweight. He was concerned because his workers get tired lifting. I was interested because it's the higher portions of these massive walls that are more vulnerable to earthquakes. To make a lighter wall, I looked at light straw clay, which is used in Europe and North America. Within a wooden frame, straw mixed with liquid clay hardens up and can be covered with the plaster. I found if you stuff the tubes dry and sew two courses together on both sides, it firms it up, and this is the kind of interconnected structural skin that you really need in a building. This toughness will hold it together in earthquakes.
So Patty traveled to Haiti. HCDP builders stuffed mesh tubes with corn leaves. They weren't very impressed with it while it was wet. But after the clay started to dry, it got firmer. Passius was willing to give it a try. They needed dorms for an upcoming class, so they added rebar to help hold up the roof. HCDP loved these 3 dorms and are planning houses. But first they need a larger building and added some straw mesh to it. We also tried using plastic trash in the tubes. Not fun, but the streets will be cleaner. More rebar are needed because liquid clay won't soak in the plastic. For a foam trash arch, you might not need the rebar. Foam is strong for its weight to make a good roof. The trash is a form for thin concrete on the outside. This 3-meter span was strong with no rebar at all. HCDP has big plans. Together we can do much to hand down a legacy of hope.